Yo, welcome back to the Mayfield podcast. We have two guests on right now. It's Aiden Schubach and Robbie White.
The Robbie White.
Glad to have you guys on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, good to be here.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really had that many guests, I would say,
Yeah,
besides Robbie and Jordan
Feel special now.
so far.
First,
Yeah, you're in an elite category, Aiden.
I know.
Yeah.
We're the pioneers of the podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we look back at this in 10 years,
Yeah.
we'll be like, wow.
Yeah, we're hired out
First time
by.
Aiden joined.
I know. Hired out by ESPN. We're running the
I know.
the weekly
we're
rankings.
running the
ESPN.
gauntlet.
Yeah, we are the gauntlet. So I want to start off with the OU Kansas State game. I know me and Robbie went to the game together. It was pretty disappointing to see OU lose at their home field, obviously.
I texted Aiden from the stand. I told him,
Yeah.
hey, we're here. For me, like in enemy territory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what
Ryan was
you-
blending in because, maybe like an official, tour of the school and get a
yeah,
football game. But yeah, that was interesting.
it was kind of disappointing to see OU lose, I'm not gonna lie. But I did have a little bit of joy seeing that happen at the same time as well.
It's conflicting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're ranked like what, 18 now, right?
They dropped a
18.
bunch.
They dropped down.
Yeah.
So Robbie, I want to ask you, how did you feel about the game? Are you happy OU lost? What's your thoughts on it going into this game tomorrow?
I feel pretty good. So first off, K-State. Whoop.
K-State, baby.
Yeah, this is like a real helmet. I made sure that, I had a souvenir to show off. Everyone knows the stat. The K-State coach, what's his name? Kleinman?
I don't know.
He's 3-1 against OU in his career. So sometimes you just end up with coaches who know a team and the way they like to play, and it doesn't matter really who it is, Brent Venables or anyone else, at the helm. I don't even remember the old guy. What was his name? Lincoln Riley?
Yeah.
Golly, he got burned out of town, but Venables, it was his first real challenge, I thought. And, obviously more work to do, but Big 12 isn't always an easy conference game. So I think State goes to prove that. Even Kansas on any given Saturday can what are they, 4-0?
Yeah, you get surprised by that? I mean, they're 4-0 right now. Like nobody expected that to happen.
Yeah.
Right. So, there's a big matchup with OSU and Baylor. I think the winner of that game has a driver's seat in the Big 12. But, Aiden, you'll have to weigh in. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I guess I was watching some of the game, right? And what I do remember is how bad the defense looked. At least that was, getting 41 put up on you and then 4 rushing touchdowns by is it Martinez? What's his first name?
Yeah,
Adrian Martinez.
Yeah, that was
Jose?
I don't know. I think it's Adrian.
Yeah. It's
that
Adrian.
sounds right.
Yeah. You don't really let that get done to you, So, they're gonna have to prove their way back, and rightfully so after that week. So that was a rough week.
Adrian Martinez, Nebraska Husker.
Yeah. Former
5th, 6th year, 7th year. What are we?
Yeah, I think it's his 5th year right now.
And how ironic it's the week after they play Nebraska and blow them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nebraska quarterback comes in.
Now he's booming. Now he's booming.
Who's the running back for K-State?
He's
Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah,
Right.
He reminds me of like
Christian McCaffrey.
Rolls.
He's
I'd
a little.
say-
He's a little. I remember seeing how small he looks.
He
Yeah.
hits the
Adrian
whole stick,
Martinez
the next
stole
thing you
his
know, he's
thunder a
bouncing
little bit.
outside.
Yeah, I mean,
Fun to watch. He was actually entertaining.
yeah, he kind of carried the team a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Deuce Vaughn, and he's been doing that for like what, 4 years now. He's been on that team for like
Yeah, he'll be on an NFL roster, I think.
yeah.
I'm almost positive.
Aiden will probably draft him in the 15th round.
Hey,
Like One of those
Hey,
sleeper picks.
the next Christian McCaffrey, as you were
Yeah,
saying.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see Aiden Shubaki have the KC flag behind you.
You know it.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about why you're a KC fan?
Yeah. So, well, I'm assuming there's going to be some bandwagon rumors somewhere. So I guess, it's gotta help that I'm born in Kansas City, as well as, lots of Chiefs games I was taken to by my dad when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
got a lot of evidence if it's needed. If I need to show some proof, I got me in a KC onesie when I was about 6 months old. So
Right, and like your birth certificate too is pretty good proof.
Yeah. No, we made sure to get like a red and yellow birth certificate to make sure
That's perfect.
I know, with the big Kansas City logo right behind my name. So
Yeah.
Like
How do you?
Probably when
Like
you drive
a-
through Kansas City, the cops would just like let him go.
yeah, they know me,
Free pass.
biggest fan.
Yeah.
Mahomes high-fiving you on your way in.
He's probably got a red and yellow social security card.
It's I wasn't gonna say, my credit card, when I swipe it, it's got the Kansas City logo on it. You can personalize those Visa cards.
The pad machine starts
Yeah.
blinking.
It starts to work.
I'm directly linked to the Kansas City, bank account. So
So how do you feel about KC right now? Because they just lost to the
Yeah,
Colts.
tough loss this past weekend.
Yeah. What happened?
Special teams. That's really what happened. Two muffed punts. One put them in the 5-yard line after they were essentially on a 3-and-out in their first drive, and then they go ahead and score. They're at the 5-yard line, so they're not going to not score. And then after that, it's just another punt that was set back and set them at like the 1-yard line, and just the offense couldn't get it rolling. And the offense and defense, I will say they outplayed the Colts. Not greatly, but it was enough to where they should have won. But when you muff a punt, give it back over, then you let them set you at the 1-yard line, then you a fake field goal or a fake you do a fake field goal, you miss, and turnover on downs, and then an extra point missed. There's not much more you can do than that.
Yeah.
So,
That's a good point. Like special teams is so important. Like the Saints against the Panthers, that game was like the most garbage game ever.
Yeah.
The Saints still entering the fourth quarter, I think that like one first down.
Yeah.
Their special teams, fumbled and then like let a big return come back. Like they had a good chance to actually be in that game, but good old Baker Mayfield pulls out the victory for Carolina Panthers.
And you know what? You bound them too. You bound the Saints to win, and you lost us some money.
Yeah, I did, man.
did you really?
Yeah.
$10. We're down. We're
How are you going to recover from that?
We're in the hole.
I don't know.
We need to make a couple more podcasts to make that money back, huh?
Yeah.
Right? Like
A lot more.
let's go
Sponsored.
sponsors.
Work some overtime.
Go.
Maybe get sponsored by
No,
steak or
last
whatever.
weekend was
right.
actually these first couple of weekends of the NFL have been crazy, like with the underdogs, winning. The Bills lost against Miami. They were a big favorite. The 49ers lost on the road against Denver. They were a big favorite. Like, I think Cincinnati Bengals were the only ones that were favored last week, like home team, and ended up covering. So,
Yeah. To add on to that, I think the Bengals are they had a rough start, but I think they're going to come back and,
they're
probably
a
make the
joke.
playoffs.
The whole division is a joke. They're horrible. You got the
I'm a hater as
Browns,
well.
the Browns, the Steelers, and then you got the Broncos and
Broncos.
I'm
The
mixing.
Ravens.
I'm mixing
Ravens.
the Ravens.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, the Ravens. There's no way anyone's going to stay up with the Ravens. Like the Bengals, Browns. Who else is in that league?
Uh,
The Browns, Steelers, Bengals,
yeah, I
Ravens.
think that's it.
No.
Yeah.
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 Steelers have Trubisky. Browns have Brissett.
Yeah, I don't think you've got the Bengals and the Ravens probably making the playoffs.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. So it'll be one of those two teams that.
I would say right now Lamar Jackson's probably MVP, right? Am I wrong or
Jalen Hurts.
That's probably pretty wrong.
like Lamar Jackson fantasy wise?
You know what?
He's
I
scored
can
the most
I can
points.
see that now. I could see it. I think maybe had they not blown that game to the Dolphins, maybe he'd be yeah.
Is it
So
isn't
Ryan,
it,
But speaking
it
of the
funny?
Dolphins, how do you feel like going forward? How do you feel they're gonna do?
Yeah.
Ravens?
No,
No,
the Dolphins with the
Dolphins.
absence
Oh
of Tua.
God. Like, yeah, Tua. Do you see that?
Yeah,
Of
we
course I
covered it
did.
earlier.
It wasn't that violent of a hit. He was thrown quickly and
Yeah.
I thought, you saw his head hit a little bit. It seemed like he had something from last week still there.
Oh yeah.
Didn't take much to
Still lingering for sure.
put his lights out. Like, that was so dangerous.
Yeah. Did you
I
see his
know.
like hands or whatever?
Yes,
Like,
that's all Ryan said. Did you
whatever.
see his hands? Like,
yeah.
I saw his freaking hands. There was some neurological thing,
Yeah.
to describe what he was going through, but it wasn't good. None of that's good.
No.
Yeah. I mean, who do you blame in that circumstance? Would you just blame the coach or
You?
me?
Yeah. Just for
Fans
existing.
take responsibility, I guess.
Yeah.
You should have called the freaking coach and told him he's an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but
Oh, okay, bud.
Like one game over his whole season. That's just
Obviously, the
not worth
medical
it.
staff should be reviewed, investigated. And the guy
Yeah.
being able to come back into the game last week after like staggering off with noticeable from a hit, and basically talking the coaches into going back in, which was not supposed to be possible in this day and age with concussions and
So Robbie,
CFC.
what do you think should be a change in like protocol, or what should change? Really?
I mean, it honestly just has to pass the eye test. Like, you have medical staff, but and you talk to a player, but they have replay, they have video, they sit down with the quarterbacks after the drives, and they give them the exact play-by-play for the drive that just occurred. Like, they can't sit down and look at like, oh my God, he's staggering. Like, this is like little league coaching video level. Like, I've seen the videos. I had to do them to coach Aiden and to coach you guys in basketball and football.
Yeah.
Hey, coach, I'm not feeling that well. I stuttered a little bit. Like, you're out for the season. Concussion. You're not getting into play.
Well, I mean, Aiden, how do you feel about this? Because I mean, obviously, Tua looked like great the last 3 games. So what do you expect from him now in the offense?
Yeah. So, especially with Tua, I think, I don't want to, I guess I can't say for sure if he had a concussion last week, but it sure looked like he did. And I'm not, and so I'm inclined to think he did. And somehow he passed, or I don't know, by some miracle, he passed and was let back in. But especially with this week and how dangerous that was, for the concussion, protocol, I don't necessarily know that, but I think for safety of their franchise, of what is their current franchise quarterback, I think they definitely don't play him next week, and then the week after, I think they really reconsider and kind of see how he's doing. I think just out of safety, I think they give it to
It's
him.
wild. Like,
so if he was cleared,
the guy at the
was
center
he cleared
of-
before the game?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
cleared
he was.
last
In
week.
the middle of he was cleared in the
So
middle.
why
of
didn't
last
they
week.
start
Injury
him?
report. It
What
wasn't
was
on the
their
injury report.
apprehension of starting him in the first quarter?
They did have him listed as questionable, right? And then
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I
but that was
think
it was because of a different reason. It was because of like they claimed it was like a
back,
sort of
bad.
like back or ankle. Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Okay.
lion liar.
Yeah, he was kind of
So
messed
mid
up.
game, decide his back is all good.
Yeah, they're like, let's just put him back in there. He should be all right.
Well, if he says it's his back, and then they give him a couple of cortisone shots, and he says he feels good, like a little bit is on the quarterback too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder
mean,
like what was going through his head. Like, was he begging to go back on the field?
yeah, you don't see any from him yet about this whole thing.
I mean, he probably was, right?
It'll probably come out. We'll see the next few days what he kind of.
Yeah, we all know the
considers.
NFLPA is doing an investigation on it right now to figure out if they were in the right or wrong.
Because you do have to see both sides. Maybe he was begging the coaching staff to put him out there. But it's honestly just a game of guessing right now.
Yeah.
As to what he was thinking.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They have Teddy Bridgewater. They're going all the way.
True.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think
Yeah.
about the rest of the game? How do you think the rest of the game? What are your
I
thoughts?
mean, for me, it went pretty well because I have Tyreek and he went
Yeah.
off a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Tyreek
then I
had
have
a-
Jalen Waddle who had like 3 points. So I mean,
Yeah.
It ended up canceling out. You know, it balanced out.
Combined
Yeah.
them for 200 yards receiving. That worked out pretty well.
yeah.
And you stole
People were telling me that I screwed up drafting 2 Miami wide receivers.
We need a
Yeah,
freaking sponsor on this thing.
True.
that's what
Our
I'm
first
saying,
sponsor should be Zoom, honestly.
honestly.
That would be really cool.
Like we do
Yeah,
all the
they
podcasts
have-
on Zoom. Like, come on, just
They have plenty of money. No, I was saying from a non-quarterback standpoint, like top 3 players right now, I'd probably go. I'd probably add Nick Chubb in that top 3 list. Stephon Diggs is
Yeah.
there. I'm just trying to figure out who else. Who the other?
what about Tyreek?
Tyreek's been good.
Yeah, you gotta put it.
I can give you a
I'm
name if
missing
you want
him.
one.
Am I missing a position player that I?
Mark Andrews.
Yeah, Mark Andrews. He's
What's
good.
he got? What's he doing?
He's got a lot. Hey, listen, I know what he's got. He put 20 something on me last week. I can tell you
Really?
that.
Yeah, he did.
Dang.
I didn't like sneak into your matchup to see how that went.
So
You-
Chris's
feel
team
free.
is like his team is so weird because like he's
It is.
like he has I don't know Mitch Trubisky on his bench, and then he's got Lamar Jackson. I'm like,
Oh,
what the
wow.
heck?
You know what? For the sake of it, I'll pull it up. It's he's a fan and it's paying off too. Well,
I mean,
in the
He's got
fact of,
Najee Harris as well.
in the fact of he's
Yeah.
got Lamar and Mark Andrews, so that's paying off pretty,
that
pretty
was-
well.
That was smart. That was smart on his behalf.
Yeah.
What pick did he have in the draft?
I don't even know.
I have a picture of the board, but not. Yeah, I think he had like 10. I think he was 10.
Yeah, let me
I was
check.
10 or 11 or 12.
I think
it's one of
Cooper
those
is 10th.
Dang.
Let me check.
two.
Yeah,
I think
he's-
he was 11. He was 11th then.
Okay.
We have so many people at 2-1 right now. It's ridiculous in our
I'm
league.
0-3, feeding on the bottom right
So
now.
Yeah,
Hey,
Chris,
you
hey,
and
me
Aiden.
too. Hey, me
You
and
and
you too,
Aiden.
Cooper.
Hey, we're in the same.
Hey,
Yeah,
we're
much better.
killing it this
Yeah.
year.
I think
Hey, it's our
Chris
year.
is,
It's our year.
Chris was number 12. So he had the 12th pick.
Okay, he did.
Yeah. And he drafted Mark Andrews in the 2nd round. So
That's a solid
Yeah,
draft.
so,
yeah.
That's a
so he went Najee Harris and Mark Andrews 1-2.
big
Yeah, good
hitters.
pick.
Yeah,
Good picks.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
power to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a little switch right like for a little bit. So OSU obviously plays Baylor tomorrow. How do you guys feel about the game? Because I mean we are on like a 3-0 streak right now.
We being Go Pokes.
We haven't really played very high ranked teams so far. Yeah, besides
That's my
Arizona
pillow
State.
pet. Yeah.
Nice.
So what's like your outlook on the game for tomorrow? What do you expect the score to be? Like,
OSU is obviously a good home team. Especially when I'm there and cussing up their visit there, and whenever I can make it to Double D section. But
mhm.
the Waco crowd is not very fierce, and especially with Baylor doesn't have like a whole lot of momentum right now, even though they're a top 25 team. So I'm going to say OSU goes in there and handedly wins on Saturday.
Yeah.
They bump up a couple of spots to number 7 at the end of the weekend. I think they're legit. Like Spencer Sanders has had so much individual growth, and with OSU, that's always been like the missing piece, like good quarterback play. Like our seasons and best years have been like, we got really good quarterback play. We've always had good studs at receiver. We've had some good defenders that go, in the first 4 or 5 rounds of the NFL.
Running backs.
Like that QB position is so important to our success. And like Spencer is playing the part this year. It's crazy. Like
Yeah.
I'm a believer now.
How's the line looking? I don't know too much about OSU this year. How's the line looking? It was an
So-
issue last year.
They're like right now top 3 and like keeping the quarterback from getting sacked. I don't know what the numbers are, but the line's playing good. The defensive line,
Is
they're
amazing.
concentration. So the line play on both sides, credit the coaches, because at OSU, they pay their assistants really, really well. And I think Gundy's always been really upfront about that, like pay the assistants and make sure that you get the best play out of every position on the field.
Yeah.
That's what they the recipes work well. I mean, they're in the top 5 or 6 for like 10-win teams in the last 15 years. So
I'm a little upset we dropped to number 9 because I feel like we should have stayed at number 8. You know what I mean?
it's diminishing return, right?
Yeah.
Like you go winless at the end of the season in the Big 12, you're going to be in the
Top
the
4.
power, top 4. Is it still a 14 playoff or is it
So it is
This year's.
It'll
18?
just-
So I think in 2026 this is going to change to like a 12-team format. There's going to be 12 teams.
So I was talking to someone, and he was like, basically, they're not going to miss out on all those profits on all those games. So he was saying maybe that date would move further up, like it would be earlier than 2026. Maybe they were just throwing that out to excite people. But I don't know. Honestly. What are you?
2025 is going to be crazy. You got OU and OSU in different conferences.
Yeah.
You got a 12 team. You're saying 12 team.
Yeah, 12
Yeah,
teams.
12-team playoff.
So that's probably going to go over 4 weeks. I mean, that's
It's going to be
It's gonna be very entertaining.
Yeah,
money making.
a lot of money.
machine.
a lot of money.
The worst part is like OU and OSU aren't going to be playing each other until at least
But they could.
32
could.
or
Playoffs,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, they could play in the playoffs. Like,
Yeah,
That's true. I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Go meet up in the playoffs or in a bowl game somewhere.
yeah.
like to see that.
I mean, I'd love to see it.
That'd
Hey,
make
how
Bedlam
many-
even more sweet, right?
Yeah.
How many bowl games have you been to?
Bowl games?
Yeah, none yet.
None.
So if it came down to like OU and OSU didn't have like an in game,
Yeah.
they met up in a bowl game. I mean,
Yeah.
that would be crazy.
Have you been to any OU games yet, Aiden?
This year, I haven't. I haven't this year. I work on the weekends, and most of them are during the times of games. So
Right.
that wasn't being busy. But last year, I went to about half their games last year, including OU Texas. So that was it was one of the better OU Texas.
Did you enjoy
definitely say
it?
that.
Is that awesome?
Oh, it was amazing. No, we
Did you
were
know some
like,
buddies
we
or
were
what?
we were 2 rows up from the front too. So
Wow.
Oh my
that's
God.
nice.
I know.
That's
I know.
cool.
That's too
That
good
was
to
a
be
crazy
true.
game too.
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah.
Those games are always crazy. Like, no matter what.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Last year was pretty good. OU OSU was fun to watch. It was pretty high scoring. OSU got the better of OU finally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
thank-
was intense.
Yeah. No, I will admit it was a good game. Not the way, I had wanted, but it was a good game. So that's all I can really ask for.
I just have to leave the room when it gets too intense. I feel like I'm gonna punch the TV or something.
Yeah.
Really crazy.
You're a hazard to yourself.
Yeah, Ryan, like we have to be separated by 2 rooms because it's like, oh, or,
Right.
ah.
Take it out on Ryan.
You just
Yeah, they
destroy
start
Ryan.
strangling him.
Yeah, they're like,
Why are they not scoring Ryan?
No.
so on the ESPN fantasy thing, they have the final standings projections. And
Yeah.
right now it's saying I'm number 1.
Yeah, I knew you'd bring that up. What was
Yeah.
Ryan, what was your initial draft position though?
I think it was 10th. Yeah, it was
10th?
10th.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, not
Okay.
the best, obviously, but
Hey, listen, by trades you make it up, man. One of the trades I was surprised was I don't think Kyle Pitts was valued very high.
yeah.
That
yeah.
maybe.
I mean,
don't-
So I mean, I needed a tight end because I didn't have a tight end.
no, I know. I realized you got a good one too.
Yeah. And I mean, I
Buy
feel
low.
bad. I gave 2 away because I mean, I didn't want to give 2 away, but I had to.
Yeah.
Bro,
You
but I mean, now I kind of want to trade.
Now he's in a hospital.
Yeah,
somewhere in
it's,
Miami.
you can't feel too bad, right? You can
Right.
feel a little bit.
That worked out pretty well for you.
Yeah, ultimately, it's you can't.
Yeah.
It's luck of the draw.
I
sometimes.
I didn't feel comfortable with Amari Cooper. Like I just didn't know. Like
I'm dying for Amari. I love Amari Cooper.
My dad was too. I'm sure you saw the trades for my dad. My dad was big on Amari.
yeah.
I
And
love
it's not that I
Amari
wasn't
Cooper.
big on Amari. It's that I have 4 other receivers who I'm unsure on, and so I don't need a 5th one. You know what I mean?
Right. I just
Yeah, you
I
have
didn't know
Amari
if I should
Cooper.
like, start him or not. Like every single week.
Yeah.
Like it was complicated. So I just didn't want to deal with it.
Brissett, as soon as he snaps the ball, he looks up over to Amari every play.
Yeah, I did realize
He
that.
literally wants to give him the ball every play.
You know, Amari and Njoku, those are his two favorite. And then, you know, you can't beat Nick Chubb apparently, but you know.
No, you can't.
But you know, then you got those two second and third option.
I can't believe I got Nick Chubb second round in hindsight.
Dude, I wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't expecting. Like I didn't expect because people were.
I mean,
low
it helps that I followed his Instagram and I saw him like score pounds. I was like, that guy. At least he cares. Right?
Stalker, bro. What the heck?
You see Trent Williams like walking up the airport, you know, big tackle. He's got Louis Vuitton in his right, and he's got his hair, and he's got gold chain.
So, what's you guys like predictions on like the teams in our league right now? Because I mean, I feel like we have a couple teams at 2-1 that
someone's got to beat Wilkie. Someone's got to beat Wilkie first.
I did not expect him to be. I don't expect him.
His team did not look good on paper.
It didn't. Yeah. It didn't. I mean, even the draft thing on final. Listen, I'm not gonna. I can't bash Wilkie. He beat me, so it's like, you know, whatever. But his for, you know, the James Robinson pick was a you know, it was out of nowhere, and then you've got, you know, his running back position is slim, and I don't think it's showing yet, but I'm sure in the future weeks it'll.
So I thought initially that Travis Etienne was going to be like the starting running back.
I did too. I didn't. That's what everyone thought.
I guess not.
I mean, some of these running back positions are unpredictable.
Yeah.
Buffalo, LA, like you have no idea what's going. Both LA teams, like who next guy up, and who's going to be the starter. I look down and Mo starts, and I'm like, crap, maybe I should start him for the Dolphins. He's up there, and luckily he only ended up with 7, but he's on my bench.
No, I do pretty much every morning, right? I'm listening to a somewhat of a fantasy football podcast. Listen, I got not a lot of things to do that are better in the mornings, right? So exactly. So I'm gonna listen to it. Right? I love, you know, the NFL is my thing, so I can talk about it for 20 hours a day if I needed to.
Yeah,
but,
I do.
You know,
definitely. Yeah.
I do feel like Uncle Chad, Uncle Hawks, he got kind of lucky with his 2 wins. I mean, he beat Ryan.
He's scoring 40 points a game, right?
And then he beat me by like 10 points because I had a horrible bench. My bench blew up.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, are you saying his last 2 weeks?
Yeah.
What's his total? I'm curious what his total is. I'm gonna look that up.
So now, I mean, so points against him are about 214. And points for him is 205.
Ryan, from what I'm looking at, you're looking at least amount of points against right now.
Yeah, I'm number 1 with that right now.
That's not. I don't know if that's good or bad.
I think it's a good thing.
I think that's luck.
It's not. I don't think it's, in Ryan's case, I don't think it's going to really affect him because I think he's got a good enough team that it's not going to matter in the end.
Right.
But it's more of just a lucky thing for the first 3 weeks. But I think ultimately it's.
I mean, Dad, you're at 210, so.
Yeah. All I know is
hey,
that.
What's mine?
You are at 332.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, 210's really low. Not as low as Ryan, but I'm 2-1 anytime because normally I come out slow and then I try to fight, you know, dog fight to get in the playoffs.
Yeah.
In the top 6, you know, all the way through, that would be preferable. I do like the fact that I went with Admiral wins it all because your dad, he said, you know, the top guy.
Yeah.
The military is the Admiral.
Yep. I think it is. Yeah, the Navy. I think the Admiral.
Yeah. I am the Admiral.
No, you're not.
So we'll see if that gives me luck this year.
So if worst comes to worst, if you end up being, you know, you lose about 6 in a row, or were you going back to the old profile pick and the old name?
Yeah, I will. Like,
okay, fair enough.
The Barns on. It'll be the name. The Barns on Fire, and
it's always something else. It's always something new. Okay.
Yeah,
I do feel like you've had pretty tough schedule, Aiden. I think that's the reason why.
It doesn't matter. It's luck, right? Like you could end up toughest opponent every week.
I mean, you got pretty easy schedule coming up. You got Anna, then you got Jagger, then you got Booth, and then you got Cooper. So I mean,
the hardest thing is Anna's team is all Chiefs.
Yeah,
she's a Chiefs.
Hilaire, like Butker. She's got multiple Chiefs that you're going to be playing against.
Yeah,
I know. it's hard to root against him, but I think I've got somewhat of the edge when they're playing against the probably in what's going to be a monsoon in Tampa Bay, as well as playing against the Bucs defense. So I'm not sure how this one's going to.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're going to play in Tampa. I thought they were going.
I am too. I'm not sure what I'm not near.
That's
neither of us.
Crazy.
Yeah, we're not near Tampa, so we don't really know how it is. But I'm sure it's not great.
All I know right now, there's 3 million people without power. I'm assuming that extends somewhat into Tampa. Tampa's literally on a bay, and that storm surge came in. But luckily for Clearwater and that area, it stayed south. I mean, it hammered Fort Myers and it hammered Sanibel and a couple of those, southern places. So
yeah, you're pretty good at geography.
Pittsburgh, Tampa, Clearwater, they're all out of the clear.
Yeah, good job. All right. So
here's your wingman, Rob Marciano. He cares for people.
Well, I was gonna say that the Dalvin Cook trade with you and Cooper, I was really upset about that.
You're upset about that?
Because I was upset because you won the trade, obviously.
Listen, if he's not hurt, but it's not. I don't know.
It's just unfortunate.
Yeah, because James Conner, he's not consistent at all.
Listen, Goddard was one of the guys I knew I was going to end up.
No, I do like him though.
I did too. Yeah. So I was considering. I don't think I could have gotten. I don't think. I wish I would have bought in on. It was. This was the mistake I made, right? And I'm regretting it now. Was my second round pick. So, right, I had the pick before Scott, right? So we're snaking back around, right? So 12, 10, blah, 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 right? I'm 4, Scott's 3. So I'm down to a running back because I took McCaffrey first. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to take another one, right? Because there's not many good ones, right? I had James Conner and I had Saquon Barkley, right? I took James Conner because I didn't know how Saquon Barkley would be, and Barkley got taken right after me, and I regret that with my whole life. And I'm building trades. I'm trying to get Saquon.
Which I get that because Saquon Barkley has been really iffy. Like you just don't know if he's going to get injured or not. So
season-ending injury.
And here's the thing:
who knows? He could go out like week 6 or something.
Yeah.
So.
I couldn't have McCaffrey and Saquon. It's like you can't have two most injury-prone running
backs.
I feel
like I feel like Scott's first 2 picks are amazing. Like
they're
Cooper Kupp and Saquon.
Cooper Kupp is just
he's just
Cooper Kupp is. Maybe we're not mentioning him when we should.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say him earlier, but I totally forgot.
I'm not one to lie. I've shot some trades for both Saquon and Kupp. So
I have too, bro. I'm
listen,
right there with you, man.
I would give half my team for Kupp. Right.
I guarantee I've sent probably the most trades out of anyone here.
Yeah.
And probably the whole league combined. I'm not sure if any of you have been on the.
I don't think you've sent any trades to me yet. I don't think so.
I don't. Yeah, right. It's like because I'm looking for people who have or who need what I have. Like your team, like you've got receivers. I got a lot of receivers on, and I need a running back, but I can't really, I can't grab JT from you. Right. So it's like, what am I going to do here? But I've got me an extra tight end that I'm looking at, and so I'm trying to get me a third running back. So we'll see.
I don't know. I'm gonna ask your dad for a trade with Hall. I just love Hall.
You love Hall?
Yeah.
I kind of sure I have Michael Carter right now, and he's kind of going down a little bit. Like
Hall's like taking over that position.
He is.
Yeah,
but
scary.
Don't tell my dad.
He's scary. He's scary good. I like Hall.
I
don't think he'd mind a Chubb and someone else for Hall. I'm sure he would. I'm sure he'd consider.
Oh yeah, Hub. Hub. Chubba Hubba. Hurt, right? Like last I heard, Choo Choo was hurt, but so yeah, I think if I traded him, who are my running backs? I don't know.
You got
Aaron Jones and Nick Chubb for Hall. He'd probably do that.
Yeah, you might have to throw in another player, maybe Darren Waller too.
But just balance it out. Ask for Dotson. I really like Dotson too.
Dotson, man.
Dotson's good.
Yeah, I like Dotson.
Touchdown dependent, but he's good.
He's super touchdown dependent. That's true. But Christian McCaffrey, he's looking a little injured again. for you, Aiden.
What's going on? Yeah, I mean, I
So-
thought this was his year to bounce back.
Listen,
Yeah.
this one I can listen. I can from my 7 fantasy football podcasts I listen to today. I can explain what is going on. So essentially, all it is I don't know. Did you guys ever see he had kind of when he did like a press conference thing like last week, right? This was last week. I don't know. Did you guys hear about it?
Yeah, I did.
No, tell us.
Yeah. So I'm
I
sure
did.
Ryan knows, but he, they asked him about the injury report because he was on it for something. I don't know, an ankle, a toe, something.
Yeah,
I mean, he
something
said
like that.
he responded back. He's like, I could go take a leak. I could go walk away from the field and take a leak, and I'd get put on the, and in the middle of practice, and I get put on the injury
Yeah.
report, right? So this one, it's seeming like he's gonna play. You would hear a lot more other than you have now. It's they give him rest days, right? Honestly, at this point, give him 4 days of rest, give him 1 day of practice. He's good enough. He knows what he's doing, or give him 1 day of playing, right? And give him the forward. I'm not gonna be mad if you don't practice him at all every week. So
Yeah.
Yeah, the good news for you is you're 3 games back from first place. It's early enough. Christian McCaffrey could carry you through the rest of the season if he starts blowing up.
well,
Yeah, but he hasn't done
Number
that in
one.
2 years.
That's a good
He hasn't done that in
perspective.
2 years, man. He might get injured again. We'll see.
Christian
Hey.
4 years ago was scoring like 40 points a game. So
he was.
Someone
and
who I really like is Christian Kirk. I mean, that guy is amazing.
he's
He's
been
something else.
that was someone who I'm not willing to trade away anymore. Like week
Right.
1 and 2, then 3, I'm like, well, dang. I mean,
well,
he's
yeah,
moving.
Hopkins is out. AJ
Mhm.
Brown's
No,
getting
he's on the Jags.
Jags.
Oh yeah, who cares?
Hey, Trevor Lawrence, number 1 target, right? He's
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah. He's
yeah.
the ball off.
He's looking good, bro. He's looking good.
Melvin Gordon,
Yes.
yeah. He's a great quarterback,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
No,
too, Mike Williams, Aiden, he has been kind of touchdown dependent as well.
It's
Like-
it's the same thing. It's
Yeah.
a boom or bust. You put them in, you hope for a 20-point game, or you get a
A
2-point game
1 point game, probably.
as per what as per the exact words of that I've copied from other
Yeah.
people. But yeah, that is the best way to describe them. And
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Look
yeah.
at Cooper's Bronco shirt.
No, Cooper, I'm not. You can
You can take it off.
you can
Yeah, Broncos are.
yeah.
great.
You know what, Cooper?
The
I want to ask.
Ravens, the Broncos.
I was
who-
hopeful. I was hopeful,
Yeah.
but
What thoughts on is Russ not cooking? Are you not?
it's
what's the
it's
deal?
not panning out very well.
He's
Does he
not
need a
cooking right
couple
now.
more weeks or what?
I think so.
They just need chemistry right now.
You got to give him
man.
like 2 more. I feel like you give him 2 more weeks, and then you can kind of.
He has some decent weapons. You Judy.
I
was
think definitely
last
2
week,
weeks will
Yeah.
it'll depend on what, like his whole season pretty much,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
whether he booms or busts.
I
Yeah.
think the whole Denver team comes down to Albert, whatever his last name is, the tight end.
Alberto. Think
Really?
you think it depends
Alberto.
on Alberto?
Really?
Yeah, Ryan picked him up thinking he was like the greatest pickup ever. Dad dropped him.
So I picked him up, and then
Big
I
Alberto.
was like, no,
He's
I'm not
gonna
doing it.
carry the
Alberto.
season. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Broncos are still 2-1 though. Like that's the crazy part.
That's
You
You know,
insane.
against your 49ers too, Robbie.
Yeah.
Robbie, come
It
on.
hurt, but
Robbie, do you have I need you to have some sort of special connection because I need you to tell him why are they not force feeding Kittle? Why it's Jimmy G. He's not gonna hit a deep pass, he's gonna hand it off to Devo where he's gonna hit, Kittle, right? Like, can you tell him to maybe send a word in for me? Let him know.
here's the
Kittle.
deal. The problem is, honestly, my wife thinks
Hey, you got your boy Jess Wilson.
like
Yep.
greatest looking guy, like Italian.
Wait, Jimmy G?
Yeah, Jimmy G.
All right.
So
All dark and
anytime I watch him, I'm like, maybe I'm
Yeah.
putting him in an upper level category because I think he's like the
Yeah.
greatest quarterback ever. And
I've got
Right.
some words. Listen, I give you my opinion, but it's probably
it's
probably
not-
I don't want
it's
to I don't
probably
want to
true
rate it.
is what it is because
It-
the 49ers look bad the first 3 weeks.
The 49ers are, I'll say it again, are one good quarterback away from a consistent, NFC
True.
championship.
Yes.
No, yeah, I agree.
I think that's
100%
so many
that.
teams too, though, right? Like you get a good quarterback who can take your team down the field in the fourth quarter and win a game.
Yeah, but I mean, Robbie, you're investing in the Packers, man. You got Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones.
I do.
Hey, I'm right there with you, man. Right there with you.
Yeah.
I love me some Aaron Rodgers controversy. So
Yeah.
I can win a few games.
Who
in the
doesn't,
process.
honestly? Who doesn't?
Well, Christian McCaffrey, I mean, he's always in good company with his wife or girlfriend, but
Oh my God.
dating
As are most running backs.
models,
Right.
NASCAR drivers, like he's all over the place.
So I mean, this week you have to make a
actresses.
decision, Robbie. This week, are you going to start Jared Goff or Aaron Rodgers? Which one?
I'll start Aaron
That's-
Rodgers, A-Rod.
Really? Wait, who?
Yeah, because Goff, St. Brown got hurt, so
Oh, that's true. That's true. And he, I guess it doesn't matter as much about
I know, but
Swift.
they're playing Seattle. Like Seattle's
I know, but
defense-
still, like St. Brown, like levels the whole team. He's like a Tyreek. He gets underneath. He gets over the top. He cuts out to the sideline quick. Like he makes it. He keeps the defense on their toes.
Yeah,
You made a good point, right?
In a good way.
He's a transformative guy. No one's better than Tyreek at that. But I feel like St. like he's really good.
Yeah.
yeah, I think you're right about that. But someone I'm surprised by is Robert Woods. Man, he has really sucked. I'm not
You're
gonna
thinking
lie.
were
Are you
expecting-
picking apart my team?
Yeah,
You know, hey, I'll get it.
line?
I'm gonna get it on this here.
We're just
Let's get it on.
slandering Robbie.
I went with Robert Woods because he had RW. I'm a big RW
I
guy.
know, but what happened, bro? He's like no receptions. He got none.
I'm starting him this week, and now he's gonna blow up. That's
Oh
what.
wow, you are starting him.
I'd rather
Yeah, I
start-
am.
I'd probably start Elijah Moore or Daryl Henderson, maybe.
I guess what I will say for your sake, Elijah Moore, when he Zach Wilson's back, right? We don't know how good he's going to be, but last year that's Zach Wilson's go-to guy is
Right.
Elijah Moore. So
Right.
It was, but now he's got. I don't even know who around.
he's
him.
got it's going to be people are thinking Garrett Wilson. But that's kind of Joe Flacco's guy, right? You've got two different quarterbacks. They
Right.
each have their own preference of guy. One's
I-
Elijah Moore,
I
the
do
other
think
one.
like Garrett Wilson's like stock is probably gonna go down a little bit. 'Cause of
I don't know. He's
Joe
actually.
Flacco not being there
really good.
anymore.
I don't think it's going to be on him if it starts. I think it's going to be on Zach. Well, I think Joe Flacco, that's his favorite target. Him and Tyler Conklin, right? You got those two.
Right, Tyler
And
Conklin.
when you come back, you're going to have. I think Zach Wilson was a big fan of Michael Carter, but I'm sure they're going to probably use Brees. They're going to probably start handing it off more, just a lot, just to start off. While Zach Wilson is getting back in, and he'll probably target Elijah Moore.
I mean, you
quite a
still got
bit.
Mike White too. Mike White's still there. If you need Mike White, pull up and get 400 yards for you.
Yeah. Or the next game, like 4 interceptions, and then get
Right,
benched
just
halfway through.
stuck
Yeah.
the entire game and then just come back and get like 40
throw
points.
a
sometime.
legendary game or throw 4 picks the next game. It's
Yeah.
you pick your poison.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be it for us.
I think we'll definitely see you guys more in the future.
Yeah, this is really fun, bro. I like doing
Love
this.
to.
Yeah. Fantasy talk is always the best.
Oh,
Great
listen, you
breakdown.
need someone to talk fantasy. I've got you. That's all I do, right? If it's not
Yeah.
school, it's fantasy. So yeah,
Aiden, this
always let
is
me know.
waiting on someone.
Robbie definitely counts it up every day. He's looking
Every day.
He's looking for it this year.
Every day I cry because I know I'm
Championship's
not
his
going to
this year.
win.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe next week you guys will come on. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
For sure.
Maybe
Sounds
we
good. This is a
maybe
lot
we
easier
live
to be
stream a
working
couple
things out.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing
Right.
some live streams maybe,
Yeah.
but we'll see what happens. But
Yeah, let me
Definitely.
know.
thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, let Chad know I'm open to trading. So let
Hey,
him
I'll
know.
text him right now. I'm
Hey,
calling him.
text him. Text him.
I
let him know
got
hey,
called at Sam's Club on Thursday night. Someone's like, "You got to take Tua. You got hang up the phone now.
Wow.
Bye."
Yeah. Well,
That's a tough
yeah,
one.
it's tough,
funny.
man. But
All right.
thank you guys
All
for coming on.
Hey, have a good night.
You too.
You too. Switching gears
Switching.
to
So back to NFL football. All right. So Cooper, as we see the standings right now,
Yeah.
Miami's in first place.
Yeah.
Browns. We got the Jaguars,
mhm.
and then we got KC and Denver.
Yeah.
Somehow Denver,
You want to mention their each conference
yeah.
or division?
So AFC East, we got the Dolphins. AFC North, we got the Browns. AFC South, we got the Jaguars. AFC West, we got the Chiefs. What's been the most surprising team so far, Cooper? Can you tell me?
I'll say the Eagles for
Eagles?
sure, bro.
Okay.
They're blazing right now.
Last undefeated
Jalen
team
Hurts,
right now.
bro. Jalen Hurts, it's crazy.
Yes.
I mean, they got Devontae Smith too. I think
going
he had
off.
like 45 points last
Yeah.
week. Crazy. I'm surprised with Dallas. I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't like Dallas, but I'm surprised. I mean, Dak Prescott's gonna have a little competition when he comes back. So
Yeah. Cooper Rush, man.
Can we see that, bro?
Bro.
That's
He's
crazy.
So my friend told me he's 3-0 as a starter in Dallas right
Yeah.
now.
Which
It's good.
I mean, that's a good percentage.
Yeah.
So let's look at let's look at that Cooper Rush CD Lamb like little toss over.
Yeah.
That was a great catch and throw.
CeeDee Lamb. Okay. Right here.
Very yes. Yeah.
Shut up, Airbnb. Care about you. Whoa.
Hold that brick. Weird. That's kind of a cool house in Logo.
So you must. Oh.
I mean, Giants haven't looked too bad either. So, and I
Yeah.
know these are big rivals.
They're both 2-1, 2-1 right now.
Yeah, these are big rivals.
Yeah. So
a win there is.
I would say the most surprising team right now for me is probably the Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Yes.
How
Because
so?
obviously we knew that they were going to be at least a little better than they were last year.
Yeah.
They got a new coach, Coach Pearson,
Mm-hmm.
and to be honest, I wasn't really trusting Trevor Lawrence. I didn't really think he would come back, and obviously he's going to get better. But I'm just saying, like, I didn't think he'd be as good as he is right now, and he's been proving me wrong. I mean, their weapons on offense are amazing. Christian Kirk has been really amazing in the past game, and James Robinson has stepped up as the RB1 for the team. Yeah, I mean, their defense as well is really, really good. They have a really good defense led by Josh Allen.
Yeah.
The other Josh Allen is
The other Josh.
right. So I mean, for me, I think they have been amazing so far. They beat Indianapolis 24-0.
Which the AFC South division isn't.
Yeah.
It's not a big hitter, but
yeah. So I mean, I'm happy for them. I think they're gonna make the playoffs.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really
I could see
believe
them
that.
clinching like a wild card.
Yeah, I really think they'll make the playoffs. And,
yeah. So do you think they could get to the second round, or would they?
I mean,
first round exit.
I think probably more likely it's gonna be a first round exit.
Yeah,
but
at least
they could get to the second round. I think that's probably their maximum right now.
Okay.
From what I see.
Okay.
But you were talking about the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
And why do you think it's so surprising that they're doing so well?
Just because, I don't know. Honestly, like the last couple of years, they haven't been insane. So I think this year is kind of a breakout year for most of
for Jalen, probably.
Yeah, the younger players.
Yeah, I mean, they got AJ Brown from free agency. And to me, the Denver Broncos, like, they have not looked good at all on offense. But their defense has been picking up the wins for them.
Yeah. Their offense is.
I think Russell Wilson is getting a little older.
Yeah.
I mean, his O-line's all right.
I think
like their run game is pretty mid-tier right now. They just need to develop it. You know what I mean? If they can do that, I think they'll be on the right track. It's going on. And then obviously Buffalo Bills. To me, I think the best team right now. Even though the Eagles are 3-0.
Yeah.
I think the Bills are the best team. Because I mean, when you got Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
Their defense.
Bro.
so many good players on that team.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see, this next week. And
Can we
Cooper, I
look
want to
at
mention,
Can we look at the matchups real quick?
yeah,
Sorry.
I want to
interrupt you.
mention Baker Mayfield because
Yeah.
he did get a win finally as the starter.
Mhm.
I do think he has a good chance, being a good player on that team.
Mhm.
Here's the matchups. We got Miami, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Cincy with the win, but kind of a cheap win, right?
Yeah. I would still put Miami over Cincy.
Yeah, because man, I think Tua made the difference. Obviously,
Definitely.
Matei did play pretty decent, I would say.
Yeah.
Tell me who you taking? Minnesota, New Orleans, in New Orleans,
I'm taking the Saints all day for real.
Saints.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna take Vikings
Really.
because James Winston and Michael Thomas are both out,
That's true.
but they do have a good defense.
Yeah.
New Orleans does.
Who's the backup quarterback?
Andy Dalton.
Okay, like
Well, I mean, okay. I'll let you switch up this one time.
I'll go back.
Browns at Falcons. I'm a Browns guy. I love the Browns, but I'm taking the Falcons.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm taking the Falcons too.
I'm taking the Falcons.
I want to go to that.
I think they're going to come back and win this game.
That'd be a fun game to go to.
Next up, we got Washington Commanders at Dallas.
Gotta go with my boy Cooper Rush.
I'm going Commanders.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're going to win. I think Carson Wentz comes back from last week. Obviously, they have a great week last week
No way.
against his Eagles team that he played.
Yeah.
Okay. Mountain Commanders. Go
Alright.
commies. Next up, we got Seattle at Detroit. I'm taking Detroit.
Detroit all the way.
Easy pick.
Shout out Jose.
Yeah, Jose. We should talk about the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
You want to talk about them?
You talk about.
All right. So Detroit, Hard Knocks. It got me pumped up for the Detroit Lions. I think they're gonna make the playoffs.
Really?
I really do.
I think they could, honestly.
I think they're gonna go.
They've got a lot of firepower defensively.
Yes.
And then
Aiden Hutchinson, he's
improving.
looking good.
Yeah.
Yes,
100%. He's looking great.
I think they will go 10-7,
Okay.
make it to playoffs, and second round exit.
Okay.
But
That's fair.
maybe a first round exit. We'll see.
We'll see.
It'll just be a great day if they can make the playoffs, to be honest.
Yeah. Because how long has their drought been?
About 10 years.
Yeah, they need that.
Since they've been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They haven't had a playoff win in 30 years. Yeah. So
yeah, we need to see them in the playoffs.
Yes, we do. And I think Jared Goff can do it. I think he can do it. He has the experience. He's shown, he can pass the ball.
Yeah.
Get a couple of tutties. And DeAndre Swift, he's amazing. TJ Hawkinson, tight end, amazing.
Yeah.
And they got Jameson Williams coming back, the rookie from Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with all those combined, their defense looked a little better.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest, but it's getting better. So I'm going with Detroit this game.
Same.
Okay, next up we got Titans at the Colts. I'm saying Colts. I think
Titans
Jonathan
haven't
Taylor
looked
gets
very
30 points in fantasy, not BPR.
BPR.
And then we have Chicago Bears at New York Giants.
I'm taking New York.
I'm taking New York too. I think the Chicago's look kind of ugly.
Yeah,
I mean, they are 2-1, but like, how?
Yeah.
They just look ugly.
Yeah.
And Justin Fields hasn't been playing the greatest. Their run game has carried them the entire way. I don't know how they're 2-1. But I'm going New York.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Jacksonville at
Good
Philadelphia.
matchup.
I'm still gonna take Philadelphia.
Same. But I
Um,
think Jacksonville could definitely prove
it's gonna be a close
themselves.
game. Close game.
I think this is a big chance, a big opportunity. Kind of
Yes.
see what their defense
Yes.
is all about, and then that big hitting offense if they can turn it on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I agree with you.
I'm going with the Eagles.
I agree.
But I'm hopeful this is a close game.
Yeah. Next we got the Jets at the Steelers. I'm taking the Jets.
I'm going New York.
Zach Wilson's coming back. Um,
Yeah, I think so. Is Joe Flacco the starting right now?
so he's gonna be the backup because Zach Wilson's coming in.
Zach Wilson was cleared. I think.
And
a couple days ago.
Zach Wilson, he still has a lot to get better at, and obviously, but
Yeah.
I do think they will have a
Shout
good
out.
chance.
Shout out the mom hunter.
Shout out. He's got that dog in him. He got that dog in him. All right.
No.
He's got that dog in him. We
Don't
all
hold
said
him
it
like that
before.
close. You're gonna give them.
But I do think the Steelers defense does not have TJ Watt right now.
Yeah, it's
And that's hurting
lacking
them a lot.
their captain.
They're capped. All right.
Yeah,
I'm going Jets.
I am too.
Okay. Next one we got the Bills.
Another New York team.
Bills Ravens
Bills.
at the Ravens.
You gotta go with my boy Josh Allen.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna take Bills as well. They're just too good. They are too good. All right. You cannot
The
stop them.
offenses.
Even if you want to stop him, you still
hard-hitting,
can't stop
bro.
him. So
I think we could see another 50-point game for
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs.
next up we got the Chargers at Houston. I'm gonna take Chargers, but I think it's gonna be a close game.
Okay.
I think Texans keep it close, but they lose towards the end.
Mhm.
Next up we got Cardinals at Panthers.
Ooh.
I'm taking Panthers.
I'm going Arizona.
Taking Panthers.
Going
I
Arizona.
think Baker Mayfield shows up, shows his talent, and leads them to a win.
I think
Because he's playing Kyler Murray.
The
They went to OU
Cardinals
together.
win.
Okay.
Cardinals are gonna win.
Next up we got the Patriots at Green Bay. It's such an easy pick. I'm going Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers.
Hey Rod,
You better turn it on.
turn it up. Next we got Denver at Las Vegas. I really want Las Vegas to win, so I'm gonna go Las Vegas.
I'll go Denver.
I do think Denver's a good chance of winning though.
I think if Russell Wilson kind of pops into his rhythm, I think
Yeah,
this is a game where they can
this
win.
is his time to shine
This is where they can
right now.
I know we've passed this already, but is Mac Jones still is he
So
questionable?
he's out.
Is he out?
He's out
He's out
for at
for
least
good?
like 4 weeks.
What happened?
I think it was his ankle, something like that. Got
Oh,
sprained. So he's out.
Okay. Yeah.
He didn't even look that good though. In the first 3 games.
Yeah, he didn't look too good.
Yeah. So next up we have KC at Tampa Bay. It's gonna be a tough game. I think it's gonna be super close.
I hope this is really entertaining.
I'm taking KC. Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs too because Tom Brady hasn't looked crazy good.
I mean, they do have Mike Evans coming back.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
Julio
And they have-
Jones and Russell Gage.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has always been really
Their
well.
run game is pretty good too.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to KC though. Last up on Monday night, we got the Rams at 49ers. I think I'm gonna go 49ers.
Really?
Yeah,
No faith.
no faith in the Rams.
I'm going Rams.
I just think San Francisco at home, better chance of winning.
Yeah, but they're both Californian teams. and
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think it'll be fine.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
But
we shall see.
let's go Niners.